Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I'm here for Peter.
All right, Betty, slow down. Hello.
Definitely Peter, maybe Parker, maybe not.
She's angry. She wants some Peter. Anyway, kids, welcome back to the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, a young lady who is not unfamiliar with guns. It is
Hey, it's little flippin' Hellfire.
guns and pouches.
Exactly. It's because they don't give women freaking pockets, man.
She learned from she's a 90s kid. She learned pouches.
Jinko jeans. 2 words.
Comics and Jinko jeans.
You fit your comics in your Jinko jeans. And your skateboard, too.
Okay, Rob Liefeld, slow down.
I can draw feet, actually, so.
Oh, right out of the gate. Burn. Damn.
Well, we don't have to worry about that, because this is Ray should be listening, because it's Alex Salvio.
That's right. I was going to say, another name to add to the list of Born Lord Protocol.
Pop's not going to hear this.
I know. Oh, I almost wanted to.
If he didn't hear our Deadpool podcast, he's definitely not going to hear this.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, maybe that's why we never hear from him, because he heard the Deadpool podcast. But I wanted to go off on him the one day I was on was it on Twitter or something? He said something about he was the creator of Deadpool. I wanted to be like, honey, no, co-creator.
Co-creator.
Should have screenshot and sent it to Fabian and be like, yeah, look at
your best friends mouth it off on social media.
All right. So today we are speaking of the 90s. We're covering a Web of Spider-Man 91 and 92 and our ongoing public service announcement about the evils of Betty Brant.
You've been warned, and mark our words, mark them.
Yes, I know. Hold on. I know, Justin. I know a button hit.
Scream it!
Not one of his favorites. And again, Web of Spider-Man 91 and 92, not on the Marvel Unlimited app. Unlimited my app.
That's Web of Spider-Man, to be fair.
There are some Web of Spider-Mans, but not these.
I said what I said.
I know. Lilith. These aren't on there, but Spirits of Venom are on there.
Could be worse. It could be Carnage.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Maximum Carnage probably is on there because
it is definitely on there.
Oh yeah, they seem to add stuff that's in collection. So yeah, that's been collected. Holy crap!
17 million times.
Holy crap! Look what's on the back in 91. Battletoads.
Wow.
Because someone wanted their own Ninja Turtles franchise.
How'd that work out for them? I don't think too well.
Well, I like half.
There's only room for one set of rowdy, rambunctious reptiles. Sorry, wasn't you?
I was gonna say half the people who watch this a video or listen to this on the podcast probably like battle who. So yeah, that's how good it went.
Well, you gotta. Funny story. I don't know if kids my age who were like Power Rangers. Everybody knows that Bit Bad Beetleborgs only got canceled because the original Japanese show, unlike the one that Power Rangers took it from, refused to film new scenes, so they got canceled. They probably would have been bigger. Then Power Rangers had that not happened. Fun fact.
You know, it's sad you say Power Rangers, and all I can think of is it's Morbin time.
Oh God! Another reason to hate that Morbius movie. Don't you ever pollute our memes with Morbius. Starring Jared Leto.
I need some kind of
I need
horn.
to see Wesley Snipes just come back as Blade one time and just chop his head off. That's
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'll take Marshala as well.
Oh yeah.
Mahershala, yeah.
Or the last person we saw him interacting with was Michael Keaton's Vulture. He could do it.
He's kind of an old man. I wouldn't believe it. I mean, no tea, no shade. We love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but if he sneak attacked him, that'll be in the Vulture's repartee.
No, I just want Venom to eat his brain. That's all. Keep it in the same universe. You know what I mean?
That'd be funny. That'd be
Poor
good.
Michael Keaton. He's like, he gets to be in Spider-Man and I gotta be in Morbius.
I know. Part of the symbiote leaps to the MCU. They throw Michael Keaton into the Sonyverse. Poor bastard.
And then he gets put in the Flash movie. He fired his manager and his agent. He have.
This is why we can't have good things in superhero movies, kids. Because the Sonys and
Where's
DC...
my Dr. Fate movie?
Oh my.
Pierce Brosnan. Yes, in case you're wondering, Justin, Pierce Brosnan in his old age can still get it. There, I said it. It had to be said.
Scream it!
Oh my.
Well, that escalated quickly.
He's on the list of salt and pepper allowable biscuits.
So Pierce Brosnan, our current Dr. Fate, can get it, huh, Lilith? So are you saying you would polish his helmet?
I'd say I definitely wouldn't be minded to be touched by that hand of fate. Hey-o. Anywho, let's get into this because we got some Betty Brant bashing to do.
That's right, kids. That's right. We got plenty of Betty bashing. All right. So again,
this cover is a bit busy, I will say.
Oh yes, we got to get to our two mystery villains, Spider-Man, and then we put Betty Brant on the cover with short hair.
Betty's got a gun.
I know.
Betty's got a gun.
You got to have the little arrow that says, "This is Betty Brant."
Yeah, because you really wouldn't have recognized her, honestly.
She looks like something from some 80s action movie. I mean, oh my god.
It's giving Sandra Bullock. It's giving Sandra Bullock in Speed.
The girl from the bus. Oh my god, yes, a gun in high heels.
Oh, Speed came out in 93, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is a little before Speed.
But that's like generic. Speed was a generic 90s action film with a female quote-unquote co-lead.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Web of Spider-Man 91 from August 1992. Making amends meet.
Uh-huh. That sounds like Betty Brant, all right.
Whoa.
If you know, you know.
Writer Howard Mackey, of course. Penciler, pay attention, Ray. Alex Saviuk. Inker.
Inks by a couple guys we know.
3. Al Williamson, Mark Stegbayer, and Al Milgram. So 2 Al's and a Mark. Colorist Bob Scher.
I should have been Mark E. Mark.
What are you saying? 3 inkers? That's one funky bunch.
Hopefully nobody's got a third nipple in that funky bunch, but
Wow!
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
Colors Bob Sharon, letterer Rick Parker, and editor Danny Fingeroth.
Danny!
Danny boy. All right.
Don't get fingered!
Oh my. Spider-Man is swinging across the city when he is suddenly ambushed by his foe, Killer Shrike.
When even Shocker's too busy to be a part of the story.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, when's the last time we fought a Killer Shrike? It's probably been a good 5 years or
a decade, easy.
It's either in a Marvel Tales or a many years ago in a Spectacular. That's yeah. Shrike is on the run from someone trying to assassinate him. Yeah, probably for his fashion sense.
You got to put a picture up just so people know in case.
Oh my!
This is a little niche. It's a little niche.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's find the best shot of him in this issue. Good God. The first page will probably do it. Yeah.
Looking like something Azrael would have freaking rejected.
Looks like it almost looks like a bad Batman costume with like a big blonde thing coming off the top of his head. His paranoia gets the better of him. The villain believes the wall crawler is in the employ of his would-be killer. Caught off guard, Spider-Man is unable to stop Killer Shrike from grabbing him around the throat.
Really? We're nerfing Spider-Man this so soon into the story? Okay.
Well, he even throws out, doesn't he, like, throw out the thought, he's like, all I want to do is go home and sleep or something, so it's like...
Psychosomatic, I know.
I've been up 24 hours, you know?
Well, Daredevil stays up longer, so...
Hey-oh! All right, so yes.
Scroll down.
Spider-Man is unable to stop Killer Shrike from grabbing him around the throat.
Choke that chicken!
The wall crawler uses his spider strength to push them both off the side of a building. Then, after webbing up Killer Shrike's hands, got all over his hands, kids. The web slinger slams him into a wall. Webbing up
Killer... you like that? Yeah, I bet you do.
Whoa! After webbing up Killer Shrike, Spider-Man leaves the villain for the police. As he's being surrounded by squad cars, Killer Shrike vows to come back and get revenge against Spider-Man.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling spider.
Spider-Man shrugs his threat off, saying his foes always come back eventually. And again, I'm like, does this have something to do with... spoilers, we're going to get to the Foreigner here soon. Does this have anything to do with the Foreigner, or is this just a storyline where it's like, yeah, no one cares about this, we're never going to pick this back up?
Yeah, it's definitely that. He was cannon fodder. Even Peter's like, you're just cannon fodder. You're just here to get the story started. Be for real.
Or the stuff we did in December, that comes after this. Was he afraid of the new enforcers or something?
Yeah, right. Lubricated eels are the best.
Oh!
The chance is never zero.
Chance is usually pretty 100%. You're going to get it some kind of, dirty sounding little hellfire drop.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
All right.
Coming out of the bush?
Failed.
Wait a minute, this isn't a Craven story. What's going on here?
Later, in an apartment building in Forest Hills, Queens, a man is taking the trash out of his apartment.
As he should. That's one of the 3 things men are good for: taking out the trash, killing spiders, and I'll leave the other to the imagination.
And one other thing, little hellfire?
Scream at! Scream at!
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
That's my drop, Justin. Feel free.
There he spots 2 costume men that are trying to break into Betty Brant's apartment. Shouldn't it be
more like trying to break out?
I was going to say. All beaten and dehydrated. When the man tries to raise the alarm, he can't make a single word. One of the intruders turns and throws a sword, impaling the man through the chest.
That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa! As the 2 men turn to leave, the dying man can't help but notice that he can't hear a single noise. The next morning, Peter tries to talk to his wife, Mary Jane, about his current set of problems. But he's distracted by that cleavage they show. He is concerned that things from his past...
I was like, John Byrne, this you?
I know. Samuel Mandy, she's buttoning up the front of her shirt. I was like, whoa.
She's got a lot of faith in those buttons. That's all I gotta say about it.
I know, man. I know.
She's like, don't worry, it's double-sided tape. Don't worry.
I know. I don't see no damn bra under there. Damn. He is concerned that things from his past keep on coming back to haunt him, particularly his villains.
Well, that's why you gotta kill him, stupid!
Mary Jane is barely listening because she is running late for an acting gig. As she hails a cab,
It's not Secret Hospital, so I don't care.
He tries to convince her to stay home, suggesting they take a vacation. However, Mary Jane can't, and she tells him that they can talk about it later and leaves. Yeah, we know what he wants to take a vacation. Deciding to go for a walk to collect his thoughts, he can't help but think of all the people who have been hurt because of his career as Spider-Man.
Oh, God, this is whiny Peter Parker. No.
Many, many floating heads of guilt.
Oh, take a drink, future Lilith.
He still supposes he's still processing his thoughts after his recent encounter with Carnage.
Carnage!
I believe it might be the first one.
It should be, right?
I think. Yeah, 91. Yeah. Or was this 91 or 92? Yeah, that's his.
This is 92. So
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Yep. He's surprised when speaking of the past coming back to haunt him, he spots Betty Brant and almost doesn't recognize her with her new haircut and outfit.
She'll listen to you, Pete.
Oh, yeah. Betty is happy to see him, but says she can't talk. Suddenly, she kisses Peter on the lips.
I'm just glad it was just a coffee shop.
Hey-oh. Oh my God, that damn Justin is you. I forget what we were talking about the other night, and he said something like, "Oh, it sounds like something on my hard drive." I'm like, "Oh my God."
He's like, you too.
There's literally two of you now.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
Yes, after she changes her mind and takes him to a nearby coffee shop, Betty explains the new look and the kiss are all part of a new job as an undercover reporter for the Daily Bugle. Well, she claims, the kiss was somebody's following her, and so they wouldn't see her. Yeah, I wanted to make a spectacle of myself in the middle of the street. Yeah, so they wouldn't see me. She has been working for a company as part of an investigative reporter and has uncovered criminal operations that have international ramifications.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, however, she is under heavy observation and can't break loose without blowing her cover and putting herself in danger. She asks Peter to go to J. Jonah Jameson and contact the authorities.
Now his stupid spider senses go off. Okay.
It's
the blood flow returned. I got you. Okay.
Well, yeah, Betty's sitting there, new tight clothes, new haircut. Yeah, that thing's tingling. The Peter tingle. Before she can tell him who she is investigating, she tells Peter to run for it. The threat is real as Peter's spider sense begins going off.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
Peter pulls Betty to the ground just moments before the shop windows blow inward. Peter is surprised.
Something else is about to blow inward.
Whoa! Whoa!
He's like, I can't hear anything. Oh God, they were right. It does make you go deaf. Oh God.
That's blind, fool. Peter is surprised to discover that there is absolutely no noise to be heard. Suddenly, a costume man known as Whisper enters the room and points at Betty. By this point, Peter's managed to slip behind the counter and change into Spider-Man. When the wall crawler tries to attack the man who is in front of Betty, he is blasted by his accomplice, Pulse.
Okay.
Whoa. 90s villains. Outside.
No. It's all subtext, maybe not even sub, just text.
No offense to Mr. Chichester, but Carnage is one of the better 90s villains we got, kids.
Well, it's not. The bar was in
hell. It's not a high bar, but
the bar was literally in hell, bro.
With Uncle Ben. But yeah, the bar is, yeah. Outside, Betty is far from helpless as she pulls out a handgun and shoots Whisper in the chest. Not in the chest. The shot knocks the man to the ground. Able to whisper, he tells Brant that so the name isn't ironic. Okay. He tells Brant that he hates having to absorb the sound of a gunshot and tells her that his employer wants to see her. He pulls a knife and tries to grab her, but that's when Spider-Man intervenes again. Spider-Man soon finds himself double-teamed by the two attackers.
I bet.
Now, wondering what Betty has gotten herself into, Spider-Man tosses Whisper into the path of Pulse's next shot. With their mission in jeopardy, Pulse reports back to his employer saying that the mission is compromised and being aborted. Activating a self-destruct sequence, Pulse sits down on the floor next to his ally, Whisper. His spider sense going off, Spider-Man pulls a protesting Betty Brant to safety. As police arrive on the scene, Spider-Man tries to warn them of the impending explosion when it suddenly goes off. Spider-Man pushes Betty to the ground, shielding her from the blast. However, Betty's less than happy with Spider-Man's interference, telling the wall crawler she doesn't need the help of a man to help her take down the foreigner, the man who had arranged for the murder of her husband, Ned Leeds.
Allegedly, maybe. Who knows at this point?
Well, Macendale hired him, but yeah. He was
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm gonna kill the middleman.
That can change at any second.
I
feel
know.
like.
I know. Well, Ned,
because we need like a rainbow squad of goblins. We need like the Power Ranger Goblin Squad.
well, Ned's back. In present day, Macendale's dead, so it's like
allegedly.
And again, it's like, why should go? I know Foreigner, sent the men, but it's like Macendale hired the Foreigner, so it's like,
come on, she's like, it's Macendale. Even a demon wouldn't want to be around and like literally share a body with him. So,
so it would be more of a punishment to let him live.
Exactly.
Instead of put him out of his misery.
Piece of garbage.
Oh my.
Macendale.
But yeah.
Can't say that too many times. Russell might show up.
I know.
Gotta rub that one in.
Yeah. Betty married Ned in Amazing Spider-Man 156.
Somebody had to get married.
And exactly.
Honestly, I feel like kind of low key while we got Brand New Day, they're like, either we're gonna have them not be married or we're gonna kill Mary Jane. And they were like, oh, let's do the lesser. The more that I think about it, I feel like those were the two like ultimatums.
Exactly.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, everybody's living in sin anyway at this point.
Yeah.
Just about. So,
But yeah, they are referencing his first appearance with Carnage in this.
Yeah.
And then he mentions Harry Osborn, who at the time of this story just recently became the Green Goblin. So that whole thing's going on.
Ooh.
Could have been worse, man. It could have been written by someone other than J.M. DeMatteis. That's all I'm saying.
True. Touche. We're going to have a company-wide cash grab.
Oh, yes. And the last note, let us remind ourselves, Macendale had Ned, had the Foreigner kill Ned. Meanwhile, Ned wasn't even the real Hobgoblin. It was later revealed he was just brainwashed by the real Hobgoblin.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, somebody's going to come in and clean that story up eventually. That story is an absolute mess. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
Well, I think that's why we did that Hobgoblin Lives later on after the Clone Saga, because I think Roger...
Even that's still pretty messy, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, but that was them trying to be like, Roger Stern's the one who created him. It's just like, no. It wasn't Ned Leeds. I told the Falco...
Like, on the record!
I told the Falco who it was. The Falco would have done it. But...
God, Marvel was such a mess back then.
I know.
Now look at them. They've come a long way. There's still hope for DC. You're right.
Oh, God.
They just got to go bankrupt. That's all.
Oh, my God. Did you see? I guess I didn't even watch it yet, but I don't know if there's a trailer for Gotham Knights, the TV show.
Babes, I wouldn't wipe my ass with that commercial.
Oh, my God. The internet. Yeah, the internet's just poo-pooing all over it.
I'll have to click in and search on TikTok because I'm sure they have some hilarious takes.
Because once again, it's supposed to be after Batman's dead, but they're like, meanwhile, Harvey Dent isn't Two-Face yet. It's like, okay. Big plot hole
Harvey
number one.
Dent Jr.
Big plot hole number one.
Yo, what do you bet it's Harvey Dent Jr.? Everybody's a junior. It's like Joker Jr.
Okay, Batwoman.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You get it.
Everybody who's complaining about Batwoman is now on the internet going, oh my God, this looks worse than Batwoman.
We thought we had it bad then. Yeah. At least it was tangentially connected to something.
At least we're going to tie some stuff up in the Flash, kids.
It's so unfair to the Flash to have to do that.
I know.
I don't care really about the Flash. They just better tie up something of Legends. It's the only show I care about in the universe.
And with only 13 episodes, too. Jeez. Oh my God. No wonder the Arrow.
Oh wait, did you see that? Didn't they have like they had a something for Daredevil, like a first look for the TV show?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I'll have to dig it up. I casually passed it on YouTube. I was doing
we got this covered?
No, No. Nobody
Okay.
I follow on YouTube's that bad.
Okay.
Everybody's pretty reliable on YouTube that I follow.
I was gonna say, would they have anything yet for 2024?
I guess it might have been like scripts or something. I'll have to find it.
Okay. I see. Oh my god, but yes, this issue is, I mean, these issues, such 90s goodness. Goodness. Okay, who has the worst costume, Pulse or Whisper?
It's like they make a Megazord of terrible fashion design.
And Whisper's got like a dark green costume or some light green on it, and then that's supposed to be like I mean, they were all the rage in the 90s. That's supposed to be like a trench coat, but it's like dark
Big Grim
blue.
wants his trench coat back.
Then it looks like the collar's like purple. I'm like, at least Pulse is like pretty much like one cut, like, you know, like pink and purple. Nothing says international terrorists like purple and pink.
Yeah.
Comics. I love when Peter like picks Betty up at, you know, right before the place explodes, and she's still like hitting him in the back. They put me down. And again, she is okay. Here's why she's going after the foreigner, not Mackendale. I don't know if Foreigner has like discovered her evil plots or is getting in the way of some of her evil plots.
Yeah, probably.
Probably discovered that, you know, it's like she's the one behind, you know, all the villains coming out of the Bugle, Spider Slayers, Scorpions. It's like, come on, Marvel. I can't wait for that revelation.
Oh,
when Betty's like,
it was they just started filming. So they had like they had some like you know, shots from the.
anything good?
No, it's all pretty generic.
Oh yeah, they just
I
started.
definitely think they were reusing sets. So
I mean, if
why not?
not?
Money somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how much the Mandalorian costs to make?
Oh yeah, do you see that's coming back? They just had a post.
I'm like, how is Pedro both doing the Mandalorian and the Last of Us? I don't know what's going on here.
Well, I mean, I mean, it's Robert Downey Jr., right? You know, they put that helmet on, and he basically just has to do the voiceover, right?
I think he's contractually obligated to be on scene, right?
Oh, really? I don't know. I mean, how often do you take that helmet off?
That. I mean, that's what most studios low key do. They put those clauses, you know, you're not, and like that's literally the I wouldn't even say distinguished competition, because let's be real, Warner Brothers is a joke, but like that's the competition, so it's crazy. It was good though. Last of Us was super good. If you have HBO Max, watch it. If you like zombies, or if you're a fan of the game, I think so far they did a pretty good job. So
yeah, but does he have some negotiating position? Because he's like, wait, what other Star Wars thing do you have right now? Good Star Wars thing? No.
Ooh, Phil,
come on, you know what?
You're not a real Star Wars fan. Careful.
Hey, I liked most of the stuff, but I'm sorry, I fell asleep through at least 2 episodes of Andor. All right,
Andor was just it's what is it, scenery porn, and that's about it.
Oh, a 3rd episode where they sit around in prison and keep talking. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry, some of you liked it, but it was too damn slow for me. I'm sorry.
And you know, I really didn't like, you know, Space Jesus either. Much as I love Ewan, it was.
I mean, that was all right, but yeah, I mean, the Mandalorian is the superior.
You know, Rosario Dawson's gonna come through for us. I have no doubt. So, you know.
Shall we?
Sorry. Back to this. This next 90. I don't know about this next issue. It's. And I can't. How old is Jimmy Pant? How old is Jimmy? He's been doing this forever.
Don't touch Jimmy.
Exactly. No, like I didn't realize until I looked, and I'm like, how old is he? Because Amanda's not that old. You know, they've been working together forever too.
Yeah.
So he's 61. We got 8 years. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got some years. Anywho, yeah, it was like, wait a minute, like it was definitely like kind of like a shift. Like, just look at the cover, look at the art. I was just instantly knew. I'm like, oh, Alex got busy. No, and that's no tea, no shade. Just
But
instantly noticed the change.
Well, no, Alex is here, but yeah, we got Jimmy inking instead of the other three guys.
Yeah, it's an instant change for me. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, I thought you meant story-wise. Okay, you're talking art.
No, not story-wise, art.
Okay. All right, kids. So, Web of Spider-Man 92, September 1992, Foreign Affairs.
I see what you did there. And it was really, really punny.
Writer Howard Mackey, penciler Alex Seviuk again, and yes, again this time inker Jimmy Palmiotti, Bob Sharon, Rick Parker, and Danny Fingerhouse. So yeah, basically same team except for Jimmy.
Like, we're not paying 3 people for a second for a follow-up story.
Jimmy's gonna put the moves on Elaine.
Jimmy's gonna put the pouches on Betty.
Having aborted their mission to capture Betty Brant, Whisper and Pulse activate their self-destruct sequences, ending their lives.
Wait, how good is that pension that they are gonna just literally kill themselves?
Well, again, it's the Lilith Hellfire business model. They get, I mean, you see in these first couple pages, they get stupid himbos who are just like, oh, what happened to the last 2 guys? Oh, they must have retired. They get stupid guys who don't see their inevitable end coming, so... Again, like dating.
I resemble that comment. I don't appreciate.
I was gonna say, again, come on, those first couple pages, they strip down to their underwear, and eventually they're never seen again. I mean, it's a little Hellfire
are you
model.
trying to say I got my playbook from
A foreigner?
Could be worse. Could be Macandale.
90s comics. These are the tales of her childhood, children.
Marvel and DC warped my brain early.
Oh,
Authority was right.
They warped our brains. We have a class action law.
I mean, I'm this close to filing one against DC. Well, Warner Brothers specifically, but yeah.
Don't do that. Don't take that from that young man.
Batman, my favorite character.
Ray's like, I'll give you the money for the lawyer. He's
Ray's
a
like,
menace and he's got to be stopped.
Ray's like, whatever you need to shut down DC. Oh my God, he sent us a picture the other day, or he sent me, was it me or was it in the group? He goes, don't tell Connor it's him wearing a Flash shirt.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
So I don't think Ray has a problem with DC, just, you know who.
Yeah.
Batman.
Yes, him. The Foreigner is learning of their deaths. The Foreigner has already selected 2 new replacements to replace them. As the painful transformation process begins, the Foreigner is told that the new Whisper and Pulse will be ready in about an hour. And Lil says 1 hour. I wish. The international assassin is pleased and figures it is only a matter of time before he has Betty Brant in his possession. Oh, can't tame that. Having learned that Betty is trying to take down the Foreigner for his part in the death of her husband, Ned Leeds, Spider-Man goes to Betty's apartment to keep an eye on her. Looking through her window, oh my, Spider-Man is shocked to discover Betty loading herself up with weapons as though she is going to war.
I mean, she does live in Marvel's New York, so...
Yeah, he's checking out.
Alien invasion, demons, mutants on the loose,
And you work at the Bugle.
True. The epicenter. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I said. I'm waiting for the big revelation that it was her behind the Scorpion and the Spider Slayers and all that. And she'd be like, "You think that was Jameson?"
Jonas Ears, yeah.
Jameson can't tie his
magic.
Jameson can't tie his shoe without me. Come on. I think he married that young broad so she can spoon feed him every night. So Spider-Man's hanging out the window, checking out.
Don't talk about J.K. Simmons like that, sir.
Oh no, not J.K. Comic Jameson. Oh my God! But yeah, Spider-Man's hanging out the window, checking out Betty's cannons.
Ew.
Ew. He decides that the situation needs a subtler approach, so he changes back into Peter Parker on the roof. When have the words Peter Parker and subtle ever been used in the same sentence?
The This might be the first appearance.
He then goes downstairs. When he sees the hole in her doorway, Peter enters the apartment and asks Betty, "What's going on?" Brant snaps at him at first, saying that she isn't Jonah's secretary or Peter's sweetheart anymore. She then like, you broke up with me, honey. She then apologizes for snapping at him, explaining that she became an investigative reporter for Jonah and was sent to learn what she can about the Foreigners organization. She hands Peter an envelope with all of her information and tells him to get it to Jonah and not to follow her. As she turns to leave, Peter manages to plant a spider tracer on her so he can follow her later. Oh, yes, they do have a hug, so.
He had to just put it in one of the pouches of her hair.
Ew. She probably thought he was trying to cop a feel. Meanwhile, he's just playing a tracer.
It reminds me of that one TV show. That Da Vinci TV show I think it's on Peacock. The guy, it's played by the guy that plays Wild Dog. And, he gave him this really long hug. And then, we don't find out until 2 episodes later. Oh, it was the hug. I thought that was weird.
Oh, my God. How'd the spider tracer get in my bra? As Betty
that would definitely cancel out the signal, wouldn't it?
Whoa! I don't know. Is there an underwire? Or does that improve the signal? All right. As Betty drives to New Jersey.
Hive of scum and villainy.
Of course, that's where the Foreigner's at. Spider-Man follows
He's
after.
a brave man. Most villains don't even have the nerve to set foot there.
The Foreigner, this man of supposed class, and it's New Jersey. Spider-Man follows after her from above. They soon arrive at an office park where the wall crawler decides to hold back to give Betty some operating room. Office park. Effing Foreigner. What's he pay a month?
He's got a little security because it's not just an abandoned warehouse where people can waltz in and out.
That's true.
Gotta think smarter.
I don't know, man. I mean, we see in this one scene, he's basically acting as his own security guard.
Well, he didn't think it all the way through because he's the Foreigner.
Yeah, true. At the front desk, Betty pulls a gun on the security guard and ties him up. As she heads upstairs, Spider-Man slips in as well. The guard manages to get free and removes a mask, revealing himself to be the Foreigner.
Master of disguise. Turtle.
Mask, smoke, mirrors. The Foreigner has it all. Oh my God! And remember, kids, he's also Silver Sable's ex-husband, which
explains a lot, honestly.
I don't know. I think less of her whenever I realize that. I'm like, oh, really?
He must have been a real looker in his younger age.
Whoa. He had anticipated this situation. She was going through her not so bad boy face.
Mediocre boy face.
Oh. F boy face. He had anticipated the situation and is pleased with how things are going. As Betty goes up the stairs, she wonders what her late husband would think about her now.
Still hanging out with Peter Parker, I see.
Peter Parker, I can forgive. Flash Thompson?
Yeah.
Not far behind, the wall crawler follows and thinks about how much both her and Betty have changed over the years. Oh, God. How Betty began to lose her innocence on the day her brother Bennett was murdered. See last week, kids.
Scroll down. Just one.
Last week, kids. Up ahead, Betty wonders what story Ned was investigating about the Foreigner that got him killed. Once inside the office, Spider-Man's spider sense begins going off, and he pulls Betty to safety.
He's like, "You want the truth? You can't handle the truth."
Oh, please, it's the Foreigner. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. $39.95. I'll give you the truth. Betty tells him that she doesn't need the wall crawler's help. Pulling an automatic weapon out of her weapons bag, she begins returning fire at their attackers.
The sensible thing to do. I'm just saying. You don't want your enemies to come back to bite you in the butt. You gotta kill them. You gotta do it.
Enemies, ex-boyfriends, they love Hellfire.
I don't have exes.
All her exes aren't living, kids. Hell, they don't live in Texas or anywhere else.
Exactly.
But yeah, she pulls her guns out of that sack.
He hit him right in the face with that sack.
His spider sense buzzing again. The webhead fails to dodge an attack from one of the foreigner's elite assassins, a warrior calling himself Swift.
Oh no.
How dare you do that to Tay-Tay? They are then flanked by Warfare and the New Whisper. Oh my god. Okay, we always say this, but man, you want to like boil the early 90s down the characters. Here you are, kids. Swift, Warfare, and Whisper. And Pulse. Outnumbered, Spider-Man webs up Betty and lowers her to the ground below out a broken window. She's shaking her fist at him. This leaves him open to another attack from Swift, who knocks himself and the wall crawler out the window. With a web line, Spider-Man is able to swing them back into the office. There he dodges a dagger thrown by Whisper, which embeds itself in Swift's chest. His spider sense still screaming, Spider-Man dodges as Pulse mows down Whisper, and Pulse is gunned down by Warfare.
Idiots.
So basically, all Spider-Man has to do right now is duck. Fed up with all this senseless killing, Spider-Man knocks out Warfare with a single punch. The old Guy Gardner, see?
I mean, honestly, these guys weren't worth a second look or thought or anything.
Yeah, no.
Freaking joke.
That's when the foreigner appears on a nearby television screen, twirling that mustache. He explains that these men are his new elite group called the Death Squad.
Elite? That's a strong word.
Death Squad? Oh, yes, they cause death to each other. Superpowered assassins that can be sacrificed and replaced. Well, we got that part down. When Spider-Man asked why he was targeting Betty, the foreigner said that her investigation into the death of her husband was discovered and considered a pleasant surprise. Knowing that there was some connection to her and Spider-Man, he decides to exploit it and to test out his Death Squad. Yeah, kid.
Good luck.
Yeah, kid, they hit your knuckles real good. He then gloats.
Definitely need some fine tuning on that.
He then gloats about murdering Ned Leeds because he was the Hobgoblin. Knowing that Betty is standing behind Spider-Man and hearing the whole thing. Betty angrily shoots out the television with a shotgun. She then tells the wall crawler to get her out of there before the building blows up. Oh, now you want my help? Sure enough, as they swing out of the building, it bursts into flames. Watching from across the street, Betty asks the web slinger if the accusation is true. Spider-Man's silence is enough to confirm it for her, and Betty feels like she knew, but shut it out of her mind. Realizing that she has been finding it easy to push the blame on Spider-Man over the years because of his anonymity, and apologizes.
Now, can you get Jonah to do that?
Oh my God! She hugs Spider-Man. I was waiting for her. Wait, are those your keys in your Peter? I know that bulge anywhere. I've been feeling it against my legs since I was a teenager. Since I was a teenager. Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's a nice way to end it, but like, I really kind of wanted more from Betty at that point.
Yeah. Again, it's like, yeah, they build her up, and it's just like, they have her come.
I was like, this could have been so cool. She could have like teamed up with Felicia. She could have.
Then at least once or twice during the Clone Saga, they were kind of like teasing, oh, what if she has a thing with Ben Reilly?
No, I would immediately burn the studio down. That's a Negarino for me, bud.
You don't want to hear her screaming.
I love Ben Reilly.
No.
Even
Ben doesn't deserve that.
Oh, burn. Hey, it's close. It's a close enough, Peter. Uh-oh. Some dog's getting his ass beat right now. All right.
I don't beat my dogs.
I
There's somebody
know.
at the door.
Dirty looks and threats. I know. You have to eat the store-bought food tonight. No
That's about it.
No handmade filet mignon for you tonight.
Hey.
Oh, that's
come here. All right.
That's gonna be the little a-hole.
No, somebody's at the door. It's the big. It's the pit bull. Okay, we're good.
Mama, big chew toy. All right. So yeah. Yeah, they kind of really didn't go. Again, it's like
This is so much buildup. It's such a waste. I hope somebody comes back to like I said. I really wish somebody would come back to the character of Betty Brant someday. For sure.
Well, they always do this because it's like remember when we did the cult story with her and like there's been other times.
I feel like they're afraid to pull the trigger because of Black Cat, and then also we have Mary Jane.
True. I mean, honestly, I don't think they should.
And then Gwen blew, Ghost Spider came about out of nowhere, as well. So, like, I feel like it's just no room now in modern times for Betty, unfortunately.
I mean, I don't want this to happen, but I am surprised somebody, Kevin Smith, hasn't like killed her yet or something, because she's been here since day one. I think
she's such a important part of the lore that I think that even if he pitched it, an editor would probably say no. Because she goes way back to the beginning, you know what I mean?
So did Karen Page!
Yeah, but she had fallen out of favor.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I think they let him go, well, yeah, it's for some shock factor, I mean, it's giving Frank Miller light very much, but,
Yeah.
I think that's what contributed to the downfall of Karen in comics. But I just feel like Betty Brant's so innocuous and, we can imprint all these crazy schemes on her because there's history, but there's not like canon about what she does when Peter's not around. You know what I mean?
Hey-o. Yes. Exactly.
It's a solid story. I enjoy it. I do think they did a good use of two stories here. I don't feel like it was, they pushed the story out to make it two. I think it needed to be two.
Yeah, exactly.
For that build up and then that resolution.
Yeah, no, it was paced well and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But now she's a porter. How would you feel if this was Lois Lane, just like, look at my cabinet of guns?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Lois Lane definitely has a gun. Her dad was a military man. They just don't really bring it up because Clark doesn't like her to have a gun. Because he's an idealistic farm boy from Kansas.
She has a gun. Oh, Superman.
Exactly.
For a while, everyone knew she was the wife of Superman. Now they've forgotten again.
Convenient.
Lex
she's got a super son too, so she's covered on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if you're in the TV show, she's got two. Well, she had two. Something happened.
Well, they recast the other son, so.
And now they're not getting. Oh, they got another season, but now they don't have another season, or do they have another season?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
because I heard it was canceled, and then I heard it was back on.
Well, I think they're in the middle of filming season 3, but beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard they're not going to get the next season.
Well, everyone figured that with all the CW mess and everything, and Warner as a whole.
Then I saw a couple people say James Gunn's thinking about maybe trying to talk them into it, but I'm just like, they didn't have to be on HBO Max because CW doesn't want anything to do with it because they really want to be done with the Arrowverse.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If anything,
full stop.
Yeah, anything, it'll go to HBO Max if it survives.
Which I don't want that because HBO Max is. I mean, like for superhero properties, it's a joke. I mean, Peacemaker's a good show, but like, it's not visually stunning or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really character driven, and we just kind of all ignore it because it's funny. It's got a great opening, that kind of thing. But it's not like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Seasons 1 through 3. We don't talk about post season 1 through 3. But anyway, yeah, this is a good pick, Phil. So we don't have any new books to talk yet. But
yep.
We do have some homework, kids. Fun homework, comic book homework.
That's right, kids. All our homework's always fun.
I mean,
All
it
right.
is still reading. They really should put comic books on audiobook, and then I think it really would explode if they did like comic book audiobooks. Like, they have those like, those audio podcasts and stuff. I mean, they're original stories, but they do pretty well. So I'm just saying, if you comic books, I'm just saying, come on, Audible.
And hell, put some commercials on there since they won't do it in the movies. But like, go to your comic book store and buy some damn comics, kid.
Exactly. Your local comic book shop needs you. Stay out of Barnes and Noble.
Or like, oh, all this is based on comics. Go get the comics. All right, kids. So yes, next week, again, it'll be the Bad Babysitters Club because Ray and Dave will be back to talk Amazing Spider-Man 415 and Spider-Man 72.
Jeez.
Oh,
I could be there.
Yeah,
right.
let me tempt you, Lilith. Again, it's like those Onslaught crossovers. So it's Peter and Ben Trash and Sentinels.
I know exactly what issues those are. I'm such a shame I can't be up on Saturday at 7:30 in the morning. Just can't do it.
Sunday.
Oh, is it Sunday?
No.
Oh, okay. Definitely not Sunday. Definitely not Sunday.
There's no physical way she'll be up early on Sunday morning, that early.
Exactly.
And then in 2 weeks, it'll be February.
What are we doing for Black History Month, Phil?
Oh.
Not to put you on the spot. He's like, oh shit, did I forget?
No, you make fun of me when I try to plan that. But no. In 2 weeks, we'll do Marvel Team Up 59 and 60 featuring Yellow Jacket and the Wasp.
Nice.
That's right. We're going to do some Ant-Man and the Wasp content.
Yeehaw, my favorite. Look, I'm gonna be real. If it's not Hank Pym, it sucks when it comes to Ant-Man.
Well,
real.
All those Marvel team ups, that's Hank Pym.
I know, because we were gonna do a whole podcast dedicated to Hank Pym called "Keep the Pym Hand Strong," but things fell through.
All right, so yes, so you have that coming, yes. Oh no, do I have to retool this because I think that might be the only week with Pym. I don't know.
You might have to.
Oh damn it!
No, Scott Lang.
Oh damn it!
I'm just kidding because it's the movie. It kind of has to be Scott. Otherwise,
yes, exactly.
But it would have been funny.
Oh yeah,
rebranded for Keep.
Talk to the hand, Spider-Man. All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow the Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Capes and Lunatics is on Instagram. The Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network is on Hive. I want to try to start starting up the Tumblr again because I hear Lilith and Rob saying that's the place to be. So watch for us everywhere.
Tumblr's supposed to be our secret.
Oh, we did. Why are you saying no one listens to Third Best Southgate? Is that what you're How dare you? And once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel because thank you. You kids got us to 269 and beyond. So once again, get us to 369 and beyond. Smash that subscribe button.
I'm gonna plan something special for when we hit 1,069 for sure.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what it could be. But...
I don't know. 669 or 699 comes sooner. Hell.
Yeah, that's true. 669.
Mm-hmm. So smash that subscribe button so we can find out what that damn surprise is, kids.
Smash it.
Oh my God. Our last episode, when we did Amazing 11 and 12.
Yeah.
I was gonna message you when it got to 69 views on YouTube, but it's already over it. So, but
shout out to all our Spidey fans.
For at least a couple hours, it was sitting at 69 views. I'm like, Betty Brant. Oh, I was gonna message you, but then by the time I looked again, I'm like, oh, it's gone.
And just like that, it was gone.
I'm like, hell. I'm like, it's good news. I'm like, it's over 69, but that would have been funny. All right. So yeah, smash the subscribe button.
Smash it.
And of course,
No,
the
but
page.
Phil, before you finish, you could have done.
Oh, yes.
You could have done Black Panther. When Peter goes to Wakanda and gets those braids, you could have done that for Black History Month.
Oh, would you like to do Black Panther?
Just that specific because I was reading it and it makes me laugh every time.
Oh, how's that? If I did any Black Panther, I could have did like the vibranium agenda or something.
No, just specifically where he goes to Wakanda and get the braids because it's funny.
Oh, you went to cultural appropriation? Okay.
Yes. I'm like, oh, you poor baby.
What issue is that?
I'll look it up. I was just
Okay.
reading it on the app the other day.
I was gonna say, if you want, we could try to like squeeze in some every week Ant-Man and some Black Panther if you want.
No.
Nah.
I don't like the pander.
Although listen to our Ant-Man episodes because there's a movie coming out.
Obviously. Pander to comic book nerds.
And also check out Marvel Tales, where Justin and I will be doing the first appearances of Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, Scott Lang, and Kang.
Oh, not Kang.
Kang, yes.
That issue's not the best, but it's okay. I don't have to do it, so I don't care.
Well, I think we're doing that
Justin's
one.
doing the Lord's work.
Well, I think we're doing that one, and then the one after, the Spider-Man robot. So, hey, kids.
Oh, no, that is actually I like that issue.
Yeah,
anyway.
so I think we're doing 8 and 11, and I think 11's the Spider-Man. Yeah, so kids, Spider-Man. All right, so yes, so check out the YouTube, the Patreon. Once again, every little bit helps there to pay for this madness. But $3 to $5 gets you early access.
Pay for my medication.
I'm supposed to get my medicine soon. But yes, you get early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
I hope he gets to
see where our hate for Carnage comes from. Check out the Chichester chats.
Oh my god! I sent him the link. I hope he gets to go to Steel City Con. That'd be awesome if both of us got to see him at the same time.
Yeah, I need to know so I can safely pack my.
I was gonna say you're bringing that figure. Yeah. I was gonna say I'll just like show up with like huge stack of Daredevil comics. Be like, here, sir, could you sign these?
We'll buy you lunch at the diner. Just you have to sign them while you eat your lunch.
Hell, I'll spring for TGI Fridays. Come on.
No, it's Red Robin, Phil. You know it.
Oh yeah. There's a Red Robin in there too. Yes. All right. So yes.
Red Robin, please sponsor us.
Oh, you know what they need? They need to sponsor our Batman podcast.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
You think Red Robin will let us do a live podcast for more?
I'll be down. My son can sit there eating fries. Yeah, that's good, Dad. Yeah. Sponsorships, yum. And also, again, you get all the past content on Patreon. There's damn superhero movie brackets. There's other movie reviews on there. Even our old Star Trek stuff is up there. And once again,
make a comeback pretty soon.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff coming this year. We could do
that's
that.
For Salty and Petty, honestly, but
Trek, yeah. But again, returning shows. The Justin sent us a bunch of ideas because patrons get to send us ideas this year, and of course, we're starting January with this, that, or
the third.
The hail. Could go 1 of 3 places, kids. Hail.
Exactly. It's more speed.
Hail.
Sexual innuendo is our whole brand, Phil.
I was gonna say you can go 1 of 3 places. You don't want speed there, kids.
No kink shaming.
1 hour, 1 minute. We don't kink shame. All right, so subscribe to the Patreon and pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Be the cool kids on the block. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about guns, pouches, and making bodies disappear?
All for research. As you know, I'm a writer that never publishes anything, so it's all research. NSA and FBI.
That's why her search history is full of just porn and like murder stuff.
No. The porn's for me after I write it.
Oh,
chapter. That's the reward.
Wow!
That's the reward.
I'm not saying her murder makes her excited, but
But if you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for you, I only hang out on one place on the interwebs, and that is TikTok. So you can find me at LilithHellfire69, making all of the comments and maybe some content. But you definitely have to hit the follow button to find out about that content, because it is friends and followers only.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
That way I know where the content leaked from.
whoa.
Smart.
I'm going to the hole on principle. Bigger, harder, stronger.
That's Betty Brant's intro.
Wow, what?
That's the intro for Betty
Here.
Brant. Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises. And pouches.
Ew.
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Thank you for joining us, kids. Again, bad babysitters in 1 week, and then we come back. Love will be back. Talk Marvel team up with Yellow Jacket and the Wasp.
Buzz buzz.
She's getting her Pym. Oh, it's Claremont and Burns, so we're gonna have a good time. But until then, swing on back.
Buzz buzz.
Bang bang.